However did the ancients peer so far into the future? This one. To pick Yikes! You can't miss her. She's... Just listen to her speak and you will catch...
My word, is that the final mural? And you are... My word, is that the My word, is that the final mural? Are you the one Eden described as a living relic he found toppled over? My goodness. My name is Martha Kean, an archaeologist by trade. I guess this too is fate. Should we shake hands or something?
Martha! Martha! I found it! Come quickly!
Well, no time for handshakes. My, is it just me? Or are we seeing some steady developments after your awakening? If everyone worked towards a single goal in harmony, heaven on earth could be achieved. I swear I've seen these writings in an ancient text in Valencia somewhere. An ancient weapon that attacked the ancients. Who could have made such a thing? Is your heart pounding as hard as mine? Every time I make a discovery like this, it's like stealing a swig of light ale stashed away in a Calphionian noble's warehouse.
I could hear Laufey and Martha from all the way over here. I was wondering who their special guest would be, and it was you. You and I have already been introduced, though I believe you've yet to meet my comrade, the beautiful Genel, Orwyn.
Eden, come now, quit it! Greetings. I am Orwyn Avilia.
Ah, now do be careful. The remains of many petrified ancients are strewn about. It appears some unpredictable power remains sealed within this relic.
Not to mention the upside-down trees that are rooted around the relic as well. During my brief stay in the forests in the Southern Territories, I recall reading about them in some forbidden texts.
Dabbling in forbidden texts from such a young age? I can't imagine. Especially considering how prim and proper you are right now. Dabbling in forbidden texts from such a young age? I can't imagine. Wait, stand back right now!
My goodness, what are you doing all of a sudden?
Wait, stand back right now!
My goodness, what are you...
Are you awake? These are the memories of the forgotten world. sorry, but you should have known better.
Your face suddenly turned pale. Are you okay? You remembered something, didn't you? But why would you do such a thing in front of an ancient relic you've never seen before? Wait, who could it be?
You wouldn't have some red-eyed being whispering incessantly in your head now, would you?
Ah, it must be a black spirit. Those entities that bring ruin to all who succumb to their whispers. I was joking when I called you a living relic, but now it appears that name was right on the mark.
Eden, please, isn't that a bit too much? And yet, it may be wise to tell the others what we've just witnessed. The relic has begun to move. At this rate, the dark energies will...
The relic probably awakened after reacting to your black spirit. Be careful. Those spirits will definitely seize any chance to swallow you whole.
You all
I knew it, I knew it! Do you know?
Oh, come...
You think that alone...
Elezra, the White Witch? To think that she was part of your last memories.
Why don't we speak more on the matter after returning to the Western Guard camp? Princess Durat's awaiting our report on the relic excavation results.
I bet she'll give us an earful after she hears of our findings, but that's for us to deal with. What about our friend here? Princess Durat won't let just anyone...
Do you know of any way we might get on her good side? Anything that might put her in a more magnanimous mood?
The only time I've seen the princess's foul temper abate were the day she met with Grand Chamberlain Jordine. Truth is, we've been waiting for a wagon with supplies from Western Guard camp, but it's yet to pass by. I had a bad feeling something in the woods may have caused...
It's a bit inconvenient, but I suppose that's the way of the world. We'll wrap things up here and follow right after you.
I'm saved. I thought you'd walk right past me. What? My wagon's over there, broken into pieces. I just realized my life has been spared, but only to be at the mercy of Princess Jarette once she gets word of this. I just realized my life has been spared, but...
The moment I saw you slay those wolves, I knew you weren't ordinary. A weapon is more suited to your hand than a pickaxe. Well, one good turn deserves another. I've secured a job for you. Do as you're ordered, and you'll find your life becoming a bit more comfortable.
My name is Vania, and I am an officer of the Western Guard Path. I'd rather not meet under such circumstances, but it appears we have no choice. I heard from Sir Roy that you are an excavator, but with a special set of skills.
It appears their skills were wasted digging for relics. You've been looking to hire mercenaries, have you not?
Let's consider this a formal interview, then. Help us pave the way out of here. I shall guard Sir Roy.
See? Knowing how to seize the right opportunity is a skill in itself. Now, ensure my recommendation continues to carry weight.
This is the Western Guard camp overseeing Eastern Balanos. I heard a ruckus and thought it was the goblins again. Ah! Officer Fania, you're wounded! Medic! Get over here now! Everyone, right here! Ah! Officer Fania, you're wounded!
I'm fine. Please tend to other soldiers who are more seriously wounded. Duvain, where is he? Seems he's not around. This is the one who saved us from the imps. Though the wagon was destroyed, we thankfully did not share that fate. And yet goblins again. Is that why the imps have grown so aggressive?
Geath, king of the goblins, grows craftier by the day. Take a look beneath the bridge if you want to see what I mean. That's the work of the Goblin King, Geath. Duvain is tracking him down, but capturing him is a difficult feat.
The imps mistakenly believed that this slaughter was our doing. Long ago, this region was originally claimed by the goblins. One day, Rednose, leader of the imps, suddenly appeared and sent all the goblins packing to Kron Castle ruins. I don't blame Geath for resenting them for that. I need to give my report to Captain Cliff.
It seems things here have grown dire while our attentions were on the stone chamber. I need to go alert the princess of the situation immediately. Don't worry. I'll carry word of your deeds to her ear. You will be rewarded handsomely, more so than that Eden fellow.
Why don't you go visit the skill instructor Armstrong for the time being? With just a little polish on your basics, you'll make a fine mercenary.
Obsession with one's heyday is for the ordinary. Oh, a recommendation from Officer Fania herself, with a note that you could do with learning a few more skills. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will become. Keep checking from time to time on what new skills you are able to learn. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will become. Keep checking from time to time on what new skills you are able to learn. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will be. The more skills you learn... The more skills you learn, the stronger you will become. Keep checking from time to time on what new skills you are able to learn. The more skills you learn, the stronger... The more skills you learn.
Eden's living relic! You should have sent word you arrived safely. We were worried sick. We thought the imps had dragged you off to their cave. We were just about ready to send you off with a proper funeral rite, spoons and all. Would you have preferred a wooden spoon or a metal one? I guess we could always just ask you instead. Which one would you pick?
Spoons, Luffy? You know quite a lot about foreign customs. Hiding a secret lover from the land of the morning calm, are we?
We've been granted an audience. Let us not keep the princess waiting now.
I suppose we'll find her in her tent, where she always is.
This tastes horrible. Did you really think I would eat this garbage?
Princess, we are not in Heidel anymore.
Ugh, whatever. Just finish the job and go home. Do you know what allows Lord Jordine absolute rule over Serendia? Faith. Our faith in him, and his faith in us. I too demonstrated the capacity for good faith when I sent you off, and your favorable outcome is proof that my faith in you is rewarded. Does this not make me a most favorable counterpart to his lordship? Am I mistaken, my dear Roig? I place my faith in your good judgment as well, though those results currently seem to be less than favorable. My wagon of the finest Calphionian craftsmanship in pieces. The black stones that were the sole reason for me funding this excavation absent. Do you think I poured out such funding so that you could go dig up these worthless pebbles?
Apologies, Your Highness. As speculated, the depths of the chamber indeed held black stones, but... Apologies, Your Highness. What we found was merely the empty remains of the stones, after the black spirits sealed within had consumed all of their power.
You don't look like an addled half-wit. Cut the spiritual nonsense and speak with some sense. You're professionals, are you not? You are being paid as such. With that payment comes the expectation of results, not half-baked excuses about spirits. You think these results will welcome me into Lord Jordine's strong embrace? Must I be ever haunted by the shadow of disappointment I'll cast across his chiseled face? Get out! All of you! Never show your faces here again!
you've lost your memories, haven't you? Congratulations on your first castigation. It can be a burden to earn a living at times. Though it strikes me as odd. I heard all the black stones excavated in Serendia are being shipped directly to Calpheon. Why is this Jordine fellow making his own fiancée a...
Since there aren't any black stones left in the stone chamber, I guess it's time that we set off for another excavation site. One possessed by a black spirit may briefly gain great power and wisdom, but their ultimate fate is to succumb to its darkness and become a monstrosity. I pray you remain on the right path, for anything so easily gained can also be easily lost.
Stop scaring them, my boy. Keep your mind and body sharp, and there's nothing to fear. Next time we meet, let's go grab a pint together.
From our first encounter, I knew there was more to you than meets the eye.
If you live as long as I do, you become quick to spot these things. I have a proposal for you. What say you to working for Her Royal Highness, Princess Jarette? I have a proposal for you. Then, I understand. Go seek out Captain Cliff. He will take into consideration your efforts in saving the soldiers from the imps.
We are currently tasked with finding the source of all this chaos. The very leader of the imps himself, Rednose. He suddenly appeared one day and kicked all the goblins out. Now he's been sighted launching small-scale raids into the settlements nearby. So, you've ingratiated yourself to an officer, and think you can now somehow barge in our war council, ignoring procedure, ignoring rank. I think you've greatly overestimated the value of your so-called skills, and I'm afraid Officer Fania's eye for quality soldiers has greatly diminished. I think you've greatly overestimated the value of your so-called skills, and I'm afraid I think you've greatly I think you've greatly overestimated the value of your so-called skills. I think you've greatly
Without your aid, this would have been quite the bloodbath indeed. I think Captain Cliff will definitely reconsider his word. Let's use this momentum to track down Red Nose. He won't be able to deny your existence this time. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. However, we still don't know much about Red Nose. A few days ago, some of our soldiers encountered Red Nose. Not everyone made it out, but perhaps you can speak to the lucky ones who did. I will be waiting here.
His nose was so incredibly red. Imagine a ripe tomato. Now just imagine it redder. I was patrolling the northern forest when I felt a cold energy behind me. When I turned around, I saw an imp the size of an house. I knew straight away it was Red Nose. Boy, that imp was strong. He pulled out a sword as big as I am. He was pretty agile too, considering his giant physique and all. He sprung at me like a frog. Well, I nearly died that day. I reckon that's what getting hit by a gold-laden wagon feels like. Look, if you want to find out more, go to the blacksmith. I heard he cleaned up the aftermath of the skirmish.
Defense is survival. Don't hesitate investing in armor. The armor? Useless after the beating it took. I disposed of it. But whatever odds and ends I found at the scene, I put in a box. The armor, useless after the beating it took. This? Ha! What's this doing here? This belongs to one of our rookies, Mare. But he wasn't on duty at the time.
No, that's not mine. You've got the wrong idea. I had nothing to do with that skirmish. Well, I mean, I did, but not on purpose. I was off duty, heading into Velia. They've got this smoked chicken. My wife is pregnant and she loves this stuff. Anyway, I spotted an imp wandering alone, sort of drunk-looking, stumbling about with a crooked nose. Well, this is rather embarrassing, but I flicked him on the head and said, "Hey, pal, you red-nose or something? Skulking about all alone here?" Then the ground started to quake beneath me, and I swear Red-Nose really appeared. I didn't think, I just ran for my life.
You started this whole commotion, and you didn't even have the dragon eggs to report it. You'll face a military tribunal for this.
It was all Mare's doing then. Looks like I'll be taking up extra shifts. I'll think about that later. Let's move on. The important thing now is just you're up for the task, aren't you?
It's you, the living relic. Don't look so surprised. Eden won't shut up about you. Look here, I've caught a useful prisoner. Exactly how is a trade secret. You've got that shocked expression on your face again. Ready to be really blown away? My prisoner is an imp who can speak the common tongue.
I told you, I don't know where the boss is. Our boss comes and goes as he pleases.
Hey, Eden told me that you are an expert on this. Why don't you show what you've got?
No one knows where the boss's hideout is.
Then I shouldn't have wasted my time capturing you.
Do you think I knew I'd get caught like this? Wow, look at the brains on this beanstalk. And you think us imps are stupid? Red nose or blue nose, the beanstalk asks, without even thinking to ask about Tiny Nose.
Oh, Tiny Nose. Who's Tiny Nose?
What? I said nothing. Imps are extremely loyal to one another. Red Nose will defeat Gieth and bring endless abundance. Wolf meat? Red Nose and Tiny Nose are brothers! Yes! Delicious! Can I have some now?
Well, the chef might have some leftovers.
Tiny Nose is always down at the cave. Just one bite. Please? Tiny Nose is clever. He makes deals with beanstalks like you. Beanstalks give delicious cooked wolf meat to Tiny Nose. He loves it. And in return, Tiny Nose gives mineral wagons to humans. Humans love them. Meat. Sweet and succulent wolf meat. Please, you'll give me some, right? Huh?
There must be more to it. I must let our captain know. I think I know how the imps got a hold of weapons.
I will look for traces of Red Nose near that cave over there. You should be Tiny Nose.
Shush! Shush! You need to lower... You want to destroy... our boss? You want to hear about Red Nose? One rainy day, He was wiping away his tears in seclusion after being roughed up when he was discovered by a man wrapped in black robes. He opened his hand to reveal a wishing black. Red Nose prayed before this man clad in black. I wish for the power to flatten everyone's noses. Hearing Red Nose's words seething with hatred, the man gave him the black stone in return for a promise. The man told Red Nose to remember that mark, saying that he will have to fight alongside him one day.
No one's studying the imps, thus it is my duty to. Ah, so black stones are the source of his power. That makes sense, all things accounted for. Of course I know about black stones. I told you Eden and I were acquainted. Now, let's review the information we've gathered up until now. Normally, Red Nose is average imp-sized, but grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. How might we prod him into such a state? Well, I've yet to meet a Blue Nose, but I'll let you know if I do. Grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. How might we prod him? Grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. Right, I'd almost forgotten the magical power of mockery. Good. Now, using the information you gathered from the Western Guard, you can see here traces of Red Nose. I was racking my... Take this potion. You'll be able to follow the energy signature of Blackstone. What? You think I'm trying to poison you? What? You think I'm trying to poison you? Oh, can you see it? Those are his tracks. Follow them and it should lead straight to his hideout. Hold on, don't touch it. The energy that comes from Blackstones is very dangerous. I dare say, did you just lick that? Not the strangest tracking technique I've seen, but close. It's Red-Nose's hideout. Why don't you take a step back? Fania's soldiers will be here soon. It's best to fight together.
To think, you not only tracked down Red Nose's hideout, but defeated him all on your own. That's something. How could someone with such prowess find themselves shoveling dirt for some pretty boy in a headband? How would you feel about putting your potential to better use? The people could use a champion like you. I'll inform his lordship of your interest.
If you would just hand over the black stone that was in Red Nose's possession.
Apologies, Your Highness, but I couldn't find it. He likely took it with him into the Dark Rift.
Ah, so my time is yet again wasted. You're clearly cut from the same cloth as Eden.
It's true. The imps have settled down, thanks to you, but I think we all just expected better.
Tiny Nose's information was instrumental to defeating Red Nose, but he is also directly to blame for drawing out this feud.
We found evidence of them trading military supplies with humans. This allowed them to be quickly battle-ready.
전쟁 포로는 감옥에 가둬야 함이 마땅하나. 공이 가상하고 두뇌가 비상하니 고민이 되는군.
What shall be done with him? Shall we leave it up to the rookie to decide?
That's much too generous a reward for such mediocre results. I suggest keeping him in prison to avoid the ire of gossiping soldiers.
You expect? Everything I've worked for destroyed, all because of them. I'd rather go to prison than be forced to even stand beside them.
We've lost track of Red Nose, but we must keep seeking the stone that consumed him. There's a coastal village nearby, Velia. Go to Alustin, a wise man there, and report to him on the situation regarding the stone.
That takes care of things. Tiny Nose shall be transferred to our camp's prison. Go onward to Velia, and best of luck to you.